National Football League. And all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Browns and the Bengals, next on Madden NFL 23.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis and CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. Bottom line, there are not many defenses in the league that seem up to the task to slow down their ground game. But this might be one of them, and in everything that they have said and done this week, they feel confident that they're ready.
And I like how you set this whole thing up because it comes down to this to me. These first few carries, they're going to be exciting, they're going to be physical, they're going to be battles. Each side trying to establish control in this game.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. The defense has always talked about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Bono. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Fielded at about the 28. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. It's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Didn't get the big yardage there. You might out of a smaller back. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete to QT. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because, you know...
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
Brandon, that's good complementary play. That's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson options out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Jackson.
And that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion on the 1st down.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bengals at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
It's complete to Cook. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. He's got it. Touchdown. Bengals. QQQT. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. He scrambled outside the pocket. What was going to happen there? He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Extra point by Carlson, will be good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Jackson, throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw there hauled in by Claypool.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. To throw is Jackson. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Again, Jackson.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Jackson on first down. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown.
Chase Claypool,
his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Right back to Cook for another completion. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
Taken down at the 42.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And some room to run now.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jackson's going to look to run it.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Harris is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. They run again with Hines. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Open man is QT, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This to Hines on the drop-off. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to keep the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point crossing. And gives them a 3-point lead. That time, 11 plays all total. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his man. It's Williams.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra ball by Carlson, up and go. These guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Open target here, Darius Slayton.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson.
Quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but again, I give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends, going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Jackson
setting up the screen, Harris. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Jackson now.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
So a big one coming down for Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught on the right side, Williams.
And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I'm surprised with the lead in a 1-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Pass complete to Harris.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Throwing, Jackson. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. as he ran off the field after making that play. We saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Williams has got a heck of a shot. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. The team finds a way to get it done and nail the victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Bengals, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.